Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Shootin the Sh with Jarvis and Zoey. I'm Zoey.
I'm Jarvis.
We're happy to have you back.
Good to be back, people. How's everybody doing out there?
Hopefully good. Yeah, we took last week off, so now we're here.
Yeah, we're back. This is a little bit of a different episode. We're going to just do a little chatting, shooting the shit, hence the name of hence the title. And so, yeah, just kind of kick back, just sitting. And I'm sure it's something that a lot of you people will be able to relate to out there. So,
yeah, I think so, too. All right. How you doing?
I could be better.
Yeah, you seem down. What's up?
Yeah, I've been having kind of like while I was sick last week, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the same week that you were in Phoenix or wherever you went. So that I got sick a couple times that weekend. And man, I'll just be honest, I've just been dealing with some depression. And I haven't been, I just been kind of like.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, just to share the whole long, drawn out, yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, that sucks. Is it, do you like regularly deal with that? Or is it like a seasonal thing, or what are you feeling like?
No, it's regular. It just, sometimes it's worse than other times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I was on medicine for it, but it didn't really help. So my doctor took me off of that and tried me on some other stuff, which I don't really, I don't really want to take a bunch of meds for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to go see the doctor like on the 9th, I think, and then probably maybe try something else after that. But yeah, I get real depressed like pretty easily because I have a lot of time on my hands. So I think about a lot of prep.
Yep.
Everybody's struggling now. So not everybody, but most of us are struggling. And with, finances and whatever else your problem is, mine just kind of like, it's a couple and they all just funnel into one. And then that just kind of leaks down from there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crappy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm not trying to kill the mood, but yeah,
No, you're good.
That's where I'm at.
No, I think it's important to talk about stuff like that because it's so stigmatized. And like, I take medicine. I got lots of crazy shit going in my brain. And so, yeah, like I always am like a proponent of the fact that if our brain chemistry's off, then our brain chemistry's off. And there's just like nothing to be done about it except for take something to regulate it. Like,
Yeah.
And then if you don't, then like that's okay too. But you just, it just means you got to deal with some of that irregular brain chemistry.
Yeah, I think too, like, as a guy, it's, you're not really supposed to talk about those kind of things. You got to kind of keep that stuff to yourself. So that's, for the most part, that's what I do. I do talk to people about it. I was in therapy, but I didn't really feel like that was helping. I feel like I was just kind of paying money. Like I had a good relationship with my therapist, but just the place that I was going, they were just they were charging you for stuff they weren't supposed to be charging you for and stuff like that. So I had to stop going there. Yeah, man, that's just the problem. I just got too much time on my hands. So, and then I drive for a living. So
that's rough.
Yeah. So I work and I'm like working and I got all this time to be like, well, I didn't listen, So the medicine they were on that I was on, it just felt like it was making me like backed up, for lack of a better term. So I was going to let my doctor know when I go back to see her on the 9th, I think is when I have to go back. So
what were we taking? Just out of curiosity.
Like Wellbutrin.
Oh, I take Wellbutrin. I like Wellbutrin. Yeah, I take Wellbutrin and Boost Bar, which is like an anti-anxiety medicine. I used to take Prozac, but I got off of it. I didn't like Prozac.
Yeah.
I like Wellbutrin, but I didn't love Prozac.
Yeah, I was on Paxil in college for a long time, and I didn't really like it. It just made me balloon up like really big because I just didn't really care about anything. So I was just like, sure, I'll shove that big ass pizza in my mouth and drink a bunch of beer, do some keg stands. Nah, I'm not going to work out. Why would I do that?
Yep. I feel that, dude. Yeah.
So here we are.
Here we are. When you said you felt backed up, did you mean literally?
Like backed up. Like, yeah, it would, for like the first couple of days, I felt like it was messing with my bathroom schedule.
Yeah,
but then,
it does that.
Yeah, maybe that was because I was getting adjusted to it. Mm-hmm. So when I get back on again, I'm going to see if I have the same issues with it, and then if we do, we'll try something else. So.
Yeah.
But on a good note, I got your so the Funkos that you made. I actually have 2 other ones that people have made for me, but it's just me. It hasn't been a 2-pack.
Oh,
That's dope, a 2-pack. But yeah, I had a couple people make me one, and they're both drastically different.
Oh, I want to see. Do you have them? Where are they?
Yeah, hold on, I'll grab them. Hold on.
Okay.
You don't realize how much dust these things gather, man, just sitting there.
Dude, anything that just sits around for a while, it's actually crazy.
All the foot traffic. Okay, so this one, my friend made this one. Hold on, let me take it out of the box.
I was surprised with like the limited amount of customization.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of stuff to it.
Yeah.
So there's this one.
Okay. What are you holding? A pop box?
Yeah, it's actually a little pop inside the box, and then the little Funko thing.
And you don't have a hat on in that one, right? The one you just showed me?
No, not in that one. And then the other one, I don't normally open them. This one.
Oh, and what are you holding there?
It's a PlayStation remote.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, you just have one thing in that one.
Yeah, just
and
one.
then
In
what's
that
your
one.
outfit in that one?
It's like some little like shorts. It's supposed to be tennis shoes, I believe, and like a t-shirt, which is predominantly what I wear anyway. So that was pretty. The only thing is like some of these things they don't give you enough options to make them.
Yeah.
So it's like you're limited.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna just do you, and then I saw that it was an option to do two, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the 2-pack is dope. And then, so how did you come up with the deck of cards? Like, what was up with that?
I don't know. I'm in Vegas, so I was like, let me just do the deck because I was struggling, man. I was going through them, and I was like, I don't know what to put in my hands. And then some of them are funny because like the proportions are really wacky. So like I wanted to do a coffee cup in mine, but the coffee cup was like teeny tiny itty bitty thing just like in my hand, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do popcorn, and the popcorn's like massive, like so big, and I was just like, what the fuck, like I don't want to do that. So I had to like sift through a few, and then I obviously put microphones in both of our hands for the podcast, and I accidentally put us in matching outfits.
You know, I didn't even notice that until you just said that.
I did it, and then I got to the end, and I was like, oh shit, I put us matching, and then I like went back to change one of them, and I was like, nah.
I actually like it like it is, personally. I mean, it looks dope. I appreciate you sending it. And now that I have one of you too, so that's even better. I have two.
I went on your Instagram because I was like, man, I haven't seen Jarvis in a long time. I don't know what he wears like for pants usually. And then like, obviously I see you in in t-shirts and the occasional hat. And so then I checked your Instagram and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't post a lot of stuff, man. I've been really kind of lazy about my social media posting as of like the last couple years. Like I go through spurts where I'll send stuff, I'll post stuff, and then I just kind of like, I think it's just because like some of the ideas that like my idea that I have, it didn't hit like I hoped it would. So I was just kind of like, I don't know. I get kind of discouraged easily when I put my heart into certain things.
Yeah, totally. What'd you put up there?
Well, see, I used to do a lot of like review channels where like I had a review channel. Well, I still have it, but
yeah, Jarvis Random Reviews.
Right. So I would do reviews, and the views were lackluster. I mean, let's be honest. And then I started just doing shorts, like of all every time I get a new pop or two, I'll make a video. And then those were hitting. I was getting like 1,000 views, 500, 600 views, which for a small channel like mine, that's great.
Yeah.
And then it just tanked, and like it's been kind of steady at the same amount of. And I'm just like, every idea that I come up with is, I feel like it's saturated. Well, I could do a channel where I watch videos and I review the video and talk shit about the video while I'm reviewing it. There's 1,000 of those channels. Every idea that I've come up with, I feel like somebody's already done it. So when it comes to like posting on Instagram and stuff like that, I don't get super motivated to do it because it's like, but there's really nothing cool going on.
No, dude, it sucks. And I feel the same way. I don't post. I hear it a lot actually with like anyone our age, basically. It's just like, I suck at posting on Instagram, and it's very like unsatisfying. I put up a thing last night because I'm trying to promote my movie, and I put a thing up yesterday on my story, and it was like asking a question, and I was excited because I was like, all right, let me ask this question, and then people will respond, and then I'll post the responses, and whatever. And not a single person has responded to it. And I think it's because I made it like a long answer, like you type your own. So now I got to do it again. Like I'll probably do it again today and do like a multiple choice situation. but it's like it's just a bummer. It's like,
It really is.
okay, so I did
Really
this whole
is.
thing and then
Yeah.
nothing came of it. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah. See, and for me, like, I'm not one of those people, please be like me. I want everyone to like, no. I feel like if I put my heart into it and put my personality out there, when it just doesn't catch on like I hope it would, it's very discouraging. And then I'll go to other channels. No hate on the other channels, but some of these channels, it's like, how are you getting millions of views because
Uh-huh.
you went and climbed inside of an abandoned like thing, abandoned silo in some country or somewhere, and you get millions of views.
Yeah.
But someone that's like actually spends their money and is, has a pretty cool personality, people don't really like that. They want car content,
Mm-hmm.
jail story content. I've been to prison. Here's some stories of that. There's like 4 or 5 genres that really do well on YouTube. So I started posting on TikTok, and I just recently started doing that to try that out. But the problem is the stuff just don't move fast enough for me, and I don't have patience like I should. So I just be wanting it to fucking jam. I'm like, get me out of work. I need to get me up out of work so I can do this, fucking make content full time. That's what I want to do. Then I can concentrate on my acting and put more into that, and just more facets of life. Having that 9 to 5,
Yeah.
man, it's cool, but it's also a hinder. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, so
100%.
that's why
Yeah.
a lot of people, and I'm sure you've heard this, that's why a lot of people go to social media so they can try to get money another way or supplement what you already have from your job.
Right. Yeah. And I think like that's what I was thinking about when we were talking about depression at the beginning is like, I think it's really easy for creatives who aren't like skilled at social media to feel that way. Cause it's like, cause I feel that way a lot where like with the depression and stuff where I'm just like, all right, well, I'm working cause I have to, but it's not something that I want to be doing. Or it's like a little bit tangential to what I want to be doing, but I want to be focusing my time on this other stuff, but I don't have time for it. And when I do have time for it, it like isn't getting any traction. And so then it gets super discouraging. And then I feel like what happens for me is that then I just get in a rut where like I don't want to create content because I'm like kind of depressed. And so I'm not like having the energy to do it. And yeah, it just goes around and around in that real fun type cycle. But I think it's the curse of being like a creative person. And for me and you, because this is the other theory that I have, right? Like if I was a creative person and my thing was drawing, like I can draw, right? Like I could draw for very cheap. I could get whatever kind of drawing supplies I want. And I'm sure there's very expensive drawing supplies, but for the most part, like I could do that. Or painting, same shit. Like invest up front in some of the stuff and then you can just paint for cheap. Making fucking movies, bro, is like thousands of dollars per movie hobby. And so it's just like so much harder. And then it's hard to find other creatives, especially I found after the pandemic. I feel like pre-pandemic, there was a lot more people who were just down to make content, like movies and shorts and stuff like that for fun. And they were willing to do it for free if it was like a passion project or something like that. And then I feel like after the pandemic, it's become a lot more just like people are just not willing to work for free, which I get, but also it sucks because it's kind of like, yeah, everyone deserves to be paid for their time and their work, but also sometimes we're all just trying to do a hobby. It's like if we were like, hey, all of our hobby is hiking, but like you all deserve to be paid for your time, so we're going to pay you to come hiking with us. Like that's not a thing in any other hobby. So it just kind of is a bummer.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of people are going through that. So, and see, here's the thing with me. I feel bad when I get depressed because I'm like, I start thinking, well, man, you don't have it that bad, man. You could be this, man. You could be that. But then at the same time, like, I want to like succeed at something so bad, so I take it that much more personal. Like you can relate to this, especially with acting. If you a part that you actually you'll get all these parts that you don't really get invested in as far as audition sides. You try to, but there's only like a handful that you really grasp to. And when you don't get those, then you're like, well, okay, then so now I don't want to make any content. Like I don't want to do nothing now. Like I don't want to audition. I get tired of the mental warfare that you have to go through just to try to follow your dreams and stuff. So I take it real bad and I go into this like dark place and I don't have a whole lot to say and people around me notice it.
Oh, 100.
So
Yeah,
like you noticed
totally.
it 20 seconds in and I didn't even, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, again, I don't like to like, I try not to talk to people about it. I try to just like deal with it because everybody's got their own crap. Lots of people are struggling. A lot of people are doing it in the same position we are and trying to follow a dream, whatever that dream is. And it seems very far away and close, but far away at times. So
Uh-huh.
it's, I have a huge problem with that. And I have been that way since I pretty much my adult life, since I'd started to,
Yeah.
yeah, take care of myself completely 100%. It's just been a,
Yeah, no, dude, I think that that's the problem too, is like getting in your head about like, well, other people have it worse, or like everyone's going through something. Cause I mean, that's true, of course, but also like it doesn't that's something I've had to learn, is it doesn't make your struggles or your like mental health less important that other people have worse shit going on, or like the same kind of shit or whatever. Like it really doesn't matter. Like your shit it still sucks, dude. Like there's shit that still sucks. And then you are like, and like not having control and stuff like that, I think is what kind of fucks me up.
yeah,
It's
that's a
just
big part of it.
like you were talking about the audition thing. It's like there's stuff where it comes up and I'm like, oh my God, like, or like, okay, here's a silly example, but I find it to be very true. Like with Survivor and Big Brother, the shows, I have auditioned and like sent videos in, I don't know how many times. And then I see who gets on there and I'm just like, why aren't they picking me? Like, what is happening right now that I'm not getting picked for this show? Are they not seeing me? Am I not articulating myself well? Like, what is happening? Same shit right now with like work, because I moved to Vegas and I'm trying to find work and I'm applying for all these jobs and I'm not even getting interviews. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong that I'm not being seen? Because I know that I'm qualified for this job. And I know that if I was given the chance, like I would show up in a way that would make these people, happy they hired me. So it's hard, dude. It's a mental fucking struggle because I'm just like, what am I going to do? Like work at a restaurant? I'm 31 years old. I have a master's degree and I've been in the workforce for however long. And like, I'm going to end up like, no shade on restaurant workers, but I just am like, I have so many
Yeah.
qualifications for like other things that I just don't get it. And so just to speak to your point, I think it's like the curse of being a creative, because a lot of the jobs I'm trying to apply for are things in creative fields and it's just like super oversaturated. And same thing with, Survivor and Big Brother. There's so many applicants that like I have to accept that like I'm just not that special, I guess, and like not that unique, and it's okay, but it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Just to piggyback real quick off of what you said, I can tell you, I've auditioned for Tyler Perry probably 7, 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, and we're talking like small things, like hey, random guy. Because to be honest, I don't apply to any background stuff. I'm past the
Mm-hmm.
background stage. I'm either supporting or lead, or I'm not doing it unless it was like a homie
Mm-hmm.
project or something. But otherwise,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not doing it because I'm trying to progress. I'm not trying to go backwards. I even submitted for a couple background things, nothing, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I had a commercial for the Tennessee Lottery. I used the Tennessee Lottery or Georgia Lottery, I can't remember. And in the commercial, I had to pick up like a shower curtain and act like I was deadlifting it in the Olympics, and I was supposed to put it up like, yeah, I got it hung up, and then yeah, and okay, and it was one of those auditions. Hey, just do what you want with it. Okay, I went with what I thought was funny and interesting. So I see the commercial. Of course, I didn't get it. I see the commercial. I'm like, that's the guy you picked.
Yeah, that's who
Mine
you
was way
picked.
funnier than that. Not to mention somebody else who also had a more funny tape than him. But you picked this
Right.
guy?
Mm-hmm.
No shade on that guy, but it's like, really?
Right.
Like, I actually put my heart into this. I was up late. You know what I'm saying? I was stressing about it and nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I get so tired of getting on that emotional high and then dumped.
Yeah, just feeling like I remember I made a video for, I think it was Big Brother, and it might have been last year. And I fucking, dude, I like went through, I made the whole video and then I found pictures because I was like, all right, it has to be under 3 minutes. And I simply cannot say everything that there is about me in 3 minutes. So let me do this different. I took a different approach, and I talked about whatever I talked about. And then I found pictures so that while the video was playing, I could kind of be running pictures that showed some of my hobbies and my skills and whatever, so that I didn't have to talk about all those things. And just like you said, I put all this time and effort into that, and then nothing. And I'm just like, what? How did I not even get the first stage of just oh, this person seems interesting, we want to talk to them again, That reminds me, I had a dream about that last night, actually. I had a dream about, I ended up in this room, and it was this corporate lounge, but it was huge, and there was all this random shit going on. And there was this whiteboard, and they were revealing it to the team as here's the thing that we're going to do moving forward. And it was the Survivor casting breakdown, and it had no, maybe, and interviewing and yes or something. And then under each of them had lists of a couple of names and the people and their pronouns, I think. And I was looking for my name on, I was like, I didn't even make it on the board. I'm not even in the nose. I'm just no, I don't even exist. What the fuck? So weird that this is the topic, because I totally forgot about that part of my dream that happened last night.
Yeah. And it's funny because we're having this conversation now. I had about an hour or so long conversation with a friend of mine that's in LA, that's a working actor, and he's actually a SAG actor, which I'm not. I'm trying to get there, but he is in the same exact boat we're in. He spends more money than most average people I know trying to pursue this dream. The guy creates his own content. He's got new, kind of like you, films and film festivals, doing everything to try to pave the way himself instead of waiting on someone else. Well, he's with a really good agency out there. I won't say who it is, but he's with a really good agency, and nothing. He's not getting shorts. He's not getting these commercial bookings. And they're still having that. He's had an audition the other day in person. When's the last time you had an in-person audition?
I don't even know, dude. I think 2020.
So we had this long talk about the same type of stuff, and he's at the point where he's ready to give up too, man. And he's just encountering a lot of bad people in the industry that he thought was on his, kind of had his back. It's just been a whole lot of stuff. But
yeah, that sucks. It does. It sucks because it sucks to get so beaten down in something that you love that you just are I can't even do this anymore, and I am exhausted of this, and that sucks because I love this.
And that's what I do not want to happen with acting, or any kind of, here's the thing. I'm that guy that it can be behind the camera, in front of the camera, on the mic, behind the mic. As long as I'm doing something entertainment, creative style, that's what I want to do. I don't know what that's going to be. So that's why I'm trying. And then when you came up with the idea for a podcast, I was like, even if this doesn't boom and make this big, huge podcast, just something cool to do and be able to express some things and show off this qualities of personality and the synergy that we have and stuff like that. Just these people, they don't look in the right places. They use the same people for the same commercials, the same movies. You just rotate them. And it's hey, dude, I can be the State Farm guy.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other
funny,
super
I'm fat
qualified
and jovial
people.
Right here. You know what I'm saying?
Fat and jovial.
Yeah, give me that job.
Yeah.
We've seen Jake from State Farm enough. We've seen him enough. It's time for a new face. Same thing with Flo and all. New people. We need new people on deck.
Yeah. And the same thing with, any big movie and stuff like that. It's just how many movies in the last 5 years has Timothée Chalamet been in? A lot. And no shade on, I think that's one thing I was going to say before, is there's no shade. Any of this conversation does not have to do with shade on anybody.
No shade.
It's more just feeling rejected, because we're passionate people that are talented and we're not getting recognized for it. And there's no way to get recognized for it except for dumb luck. And then if you get in the cycle of the dumb luck, I got picked, then all of a sudden you just get, cycled through over and over and over, some of these famous people or influencers and stuff. Man, some of the influencers out there, I'm just what?
Yeah. Wait, what? Excuse me?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What is happening right now? It just, I don't know. It's unboxing channels.
It is.
I'm really? You got millions of views because you opened a box and you showed us what's inside? The things that catch people's attention, dude. It's just like, it's almost like in the era of social media, we would have to like, again, this sounds so bad. I sound like an asshole, but I feel like in the era of social media, there's areas where we would have to like dumb down our content in order to make it so that people are like, oh yeah, I want to click on that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, well, I agree. When it comes to things like YouTube, for instance, if you don't have like a cool intro or some kind of, like there's a guy that I follow on YouTube. I won't say his name, but he gets on there and people will email him questions. Oh, hey, I've got this going on or whatever, whatever. And his content is really good, but he just gets on there and he responds to that, gives his thoughts on it, and the guy's got over 80,000 followers. Well, for someone like me, I could a check coming off of 84,000 followers, watching my videos 2 to 5,000 views. That little extra check is going to help me out, and I'm still been able to create and get myself out to the world. So that's what it's all about. Like, why not make money off your passion if you can? Why not? Why not do that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And then I think the flip side of that is like, if it's not money, just feeling like seen for your passion, you know? Because I think that that's the thing is the money is like, it's that will follow. I don't like, for me, I think if we as creators make it about the money, then we're setting ourselves up for disappointment because money is hard to like break into. But then if you take money off the table and you just trust like that'll follow, I just want people to see my art and then they don't, it sucks.
It's discouraging, but like I said, this is something that so many people are going through right now in some shape or fashion. So,
especially since the strikes, dude, the industry's been so dead.
Dude.
The number of people that I know who are like very well established in the industry that aren't working is crazy.
Yeah. And you would never think that an industry like that would come to a halt like that because it's like a big engine. It's always moving. And I think that's the thing I like about how things work with entertainment. Something's always happening. Like I'll say his name. Are you familiar with Drewski at all?
Mm-mm.
So there's a guy on YouTube named Drewski, and he started out making comedy videos and stuff like that. But now he has like these videos where he come up with a fake record label. I think it's called like Could Have Been Records. And he like had a reality show and the dude's got it dialed in. I mean, completely dialed in. He gets millions and millions of views just being a jolly, fat, funny guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, it's dumb luck, but like all I want is someone to just go to the door and open it. And I'll slide in and put in the hard work. I have or even before I can put my foot in there, and I'll open the door the rest of the way. I just need somebody to crack it, because then when they crack it, I can crack it for others, and we can all do it. We can all be creative types.
Dude, in 2022, when I got hired on that Apple TV show, and I was like in locations, I was the locations PA. It was probably the hardest job I've ever done. I was working crazy hours. My responsibilities were like, get there, set all this shit up, hair, makeup, wardrobe, all these different things, get yelled at all the time, never have parking, collect trash at the end of the night, be the first to get there, last to leave, like all this, drive a fucking cargo van or a Sprinter van in New York City, like all this stuff that sucked. And the whole time I was just like, that's all right, because I'm on an Apple TV show and I'm going to maximize my time here. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to introduce myself, network. This is the thing that I needed, right? Like this is my foot in the door. And for a minute there, I thought that it was like because then I got on another show, like Walking Dead, for a couple of weeks. And then I was doing some little movies and stuff. And then the strikes happened. And so I think the last time I was consistently working was in November of 2022. And now it's 2025. So we're going on 3 years, 2.5 years of basically nothing. And it was like one of the most devastating turn of events, because like you're saying, it's like all I've been wanting is a foot in the door, and I finally got that. And I worked so goddamn hard to like pay my dues and be like, hey, check me out. If you hire me, like you're going to get quality work and somebody that's like very passionate about this. And then I think that was happening. And then the strikes hit and no work is happening and I'm not in a union. So it's like everybody who is in a union has to be prioritized when there's such limited work. Somebody like me is just fully forgotten about. And it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the key is like trying to be able to find that balance between like letting it get to you and just like staying the course at the same time, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to create, man. And if it doesn't make me a rich man, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'd be lying to you if I would say that I would like to at least be able to live and pay my bills off of content creating, whether that's acting, whatever. I'd like to pay my bills, but I didn't get into the acting to be a famous actor. I never, that's never even crossed my mind. I literally got into it because I love it. I'm passionate about it. And I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job the rest of my life. And there's nothing wrong with people who do that. And if that's what you want to do and you got a dope job, work with it. Like, make it happen. Because there's a lot of people that have dope 9-to-5 jobs. But then there's a bunch of us that have jobs that, and I like my job. It's just not what I want to be doing.
Yeah, it's not about that fully.
It ain't,
you know,
I got it because I have bills and so it's just been one of them things. I've been going in and out of it the last couple of weeks, and then it's hard to get myself out of it. And and as a guy, like, I'm not supposed to have issues.
No, fuck that though, dude. Fuck that.
Well, I'm supposed to I try to stay stoic as possible. I really do. But if I'm
and fuck that. That's what I'm saying though, is like, you know, I get it. Society taught you that, but it sucks and it's stupid, and you can fucking have feelings, and you can have mental health stuff, and you can have shit going on and not like be stoic about it. Like, you're allowed. I just want anyone listening to this to know that they're allowed to have that, because you're allowed to have that, you know? And it sucks that society has been that way. And it sucks that society like has this overall view of men and how and what they should be, and then questions why men are how they are. And it's like, well, because you don't fucking let them have feelings and express their feelings and make it normal to talk to people about their feelings. And like, you know, it's bullshit. So anyway, you can be stoic or you can fucking do whatever. Just have feelings. That's what I say.
Sometimes, like, I'll be honest, sometimes like I'm usually pretty good about it, but sometimes in private, like, I have to like really talk to myself. I'm not a big crier. I'm just not a big crier. I cried so much when I was a kid and when I was younger about just retarded stuff. Well, not retarded. I hate saying retarded, about stupid stuff. But so now I don't really cry that much. But man, there's sometimes, man, I get pretty close because I just want it so bad. And I just need a chance to do it. Whatever fashion the universe says that I'm supposed to do that in, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm 46. I can't sling air conditioned parts for the rest of my life. I got another couple good years in me, maybe, before my body starts to like tear down from all that. So.
Well, you have my permission to cry, and
well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You should have everyone's permission to cry. That's for one. Yeah, I'll also just say that for me, like, this move to Vegas has been surprisingly, my life hasn't changed on a dime. I don't feel 100% different, but like, I'm somebody who likes the warm weather. So feeling like I can just walk outside in a tank top and like feel good about it and kind of have a clean slate. Like, I'm starting to stress about work stuff, but I'm doing my best and, you know, whatever. But I just feel like it does make a huge difference to be somewhere like this where I just have more like opportunities. And I have 2 really close friends here. We played basketball on Sunday and then went to the gym yesterday, went to the gym again today. Like, we're just chilling, you know? It definitely helps. It gives me like energy to want to create. And so just a quick plug, everyone. Jarvis is moving to Vegas. Quick plug for that.
They're
plug
trying to get me to move to Vegas, and they've been asking me quite a bit here lately. So
a weekly plug, because December when his lease is up, he's going to be looking to relocate back to the West Coast, and you and I could be making content together, my friend. We could be making shorts.
Of course.
We could be making
whether that's via
reviews
Vegas or wherever I'm at on the West Coast. Definitely will be making content for sure.
But it will make it so much easier to make content in person if you were here.
That's true. The furthest I would be would be like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, yeah. But
Which
here,
is-
cost of living is lower, so you don't have to work a full 9 to 5 to get by. So you get more time, so you can work more content, do all that shit. So just a quick plug. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Quick plug? Okay.
Quick plug.
Hey, if you guys know anybody looking for a new State Farm guy, just let me know. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding, Jake. I really am. Yeah, but once I get out there, we'll make it work, man. We'll figure something out, and the ball will keep rolling. The ship never docks. It keeps sailing.
Yep.
That's kind of cliche, but yeah, it keeps going, man. So.
All right. This has been another episode of Shootin the Shit with Jarvis and Zoe. I'm Zoe.
I'm Jarvis.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a different day. Today we covered some just different kind of chit-chatty topics, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to do improv.
Sometimes. And just so you guys know, it won't always be like that. There's just every now and then where you kind of got to sit down and just kind of let people know where you're at. But it won't always be doom and gloom, so.
No, and I don't even think it was that doomy or gloomy. And I think that sometimes it's just good to talk about things that people don't want to talk about.
That's true. You're right.
Hopefully people can relate, and we appreciate listening.
Yeah, thanks.
So we'll see you next time.
So you folks take it easy, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
Later.